Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a ranking video. I'm going to be taking all of the wavy curly stylers that I can think of and putting them in a tier list. So I got on Tier Maker, which I've never done before, and I tried to think of all the stylers that I've tried. I don't think this is all of them, but we're mainly focusing on like creams, mousses, gels, so I'm not doing like oils or leave-ins or things like that. Kind of random, but I have seen people do this with makeup before and I thought it'd be fun to do it with stylers. So I hope that you guys will enjoy today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you do and subscribe down below if you have not already. I really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just sipping on my Celsius while I do this. So I have 5 categories here, which is like the option they gave me. I think you can add more if you want, but I felt like this was a good amount. I have my all-time favorites, which are like the holy grails, like the best in my opinion. Then we have some of the best, which is ones that I think are really good, but they're not like my all-time favorites, you know? And then we have good, not special. These are products that I think are good. A lot of the time I recommend them to you guys if it's in the affordable category because I think it's something good and it's not a lot of money, but they're not like maybe overly special to me where I personally use them a lot. Then we have which is kind of self-explanatory. It's basically just ones that I am not really a fan of, nothing I would personally recommend or purchase. And then we have did not like it, which are ones that I really did not like and would never use again. I feel like we're not going to end up with too many in here because I have definitely tried products I really didn't like, but not a ton of like stylers because I've often picked up stylers based on other people's recommendations and a lot of the people out there have really good recommendations. So anyways, I guess we'll start down here on like the last one and work our way back. So we have the Ava NYC Curl Cream. This one I have talked about in an affordable recommendations video because I think it's a decent curl cream. Like it's nice, it's a good texture, it works. But for some reason, it's not one that I ever really grab for. I feel like there's one or two other like affordable creams that I would recommend over this one that I like more. So I think I'm going to put it in the good not special category. It's a nice curl cream if you're looking for something more affordable, but it doesn't really stand out that much to me. Then we have the Umberto Giannini Curl Scrunching Jelly. This is a more recent product to my collection. Sorry guys if you hear traffic going by, but I don't think I've had it long enough to put it in the all-time favorites, and I'm not even sure that it would go in there, but I do think it's really nice. And I definitely think it's one of the better gels that I've tried. So I'm going to put this in the some of the best category. I think that's a good place for it. And then we have the Hairitage Gel. So I can't remember the specific name of this. It's really small on my screen, so I can't read like the labels. But this one, in my experience, is more on the stronger hold side. It's not super crazy. Like there's another one here that is like so intense. The strongest gel I've ever used. This isn't that intense, but it is on the more hard hold side, and it's hard for me to figure out a place to put this because it's not one I grab for a lot, but I have recommended it. I do think it's a good gel if you want one that is more on the stronger hold side. It is definitely an interesting texture. It's not clear, and it has very much a jelly, like a thick jelly texture to it. It's not the typical texture of a gel. I don't know if it deserves to be in the some of the best category, but I wouldn't say that it's, dang, that's hard, you guys. I guess for now we'll put it in the good not special category because I don't feel like it's quite on par with some of the best ones I've tried that I wanted to put in here. So we'll just have to see. Maybe I'll move it, but next one, you guys know where this is going to go if you can see the product. The Curlsmith Hydro Style Flexi Jelly. Honestly, probably my favorite gel of all time, which is crazy. It just slowly worked its way up there because I loved it the first time I tried it, but you know, when I first reviewed it, I hadn't used it for a super long time, and the more time that went on, the more I loved this, so this is definitely in my all-time favorites. Next, we have the AG Curl Activator. So I haven't tried anything else from this brand. I picked this up for the Kathleen Lights hair video that I did when I was trying out her favorite products, and it was definitely interesting. I will say the smell of this is not good. Like, it really smells like chemicals, and I've heard other people say the same thing. It's just not a pleasant scent. But then also, it's a very interesting type of product. I wouldn't really call it a cream, but that is definitely the closest category I would say it could go in, because it's sort of like a cream texture, but it really transforms into something else as you work it into your hands. I almost feel like it gets a little bit frothy, or not sudsy, but it's very interesting. I've only tried this a couple times. I wanted to keep trying it, but I always forget about it. It's in the back of my cabinet. I was on the fence about it when I first tried it, so I do want to try it more. I've said that so many times and then I don't end up doing it, but I don't feel like I have a super good opinion on this. So I don't know if I should put it in the category or the good not special category. I think for now we'll go with because I don't feel like I can even really say how good it is because I haven't tried it very much. I don't remember thinking it was super great. So, and then next we have the Innersense I Create Hold. So this is the gel I was talking about that is really, really strong hold. Like the most intense gel you will find pretty much, and it will leave a really intense cast on your hair. The thing about this gel is that in my experience, for how strong hold it is, you would think it would give you like crazy clumps. I don't really feel like it clumps my hair that well. Obviously, it's great that you still have some volume and separation in your hair if that's what you want, but I just don't know. I think we're going to put it in the good not special category because it's not one that I reach for that much. It is, you know, great for someone, I think, who has very loose waves. Maybe their hair is fine and it falls out of a style really easily and you want something that's really going to hold your hair. That might be a good one for you. But for me, I don't notice that it makes a huge difference because I do feel like my waves naturally kind of tend to scrunch up pretty well. So next we have the Ouidad Heat and Humidity Gel. This one is a very thin, lightweight gel, but it still has really good hold. I've recommended this one quite a bit. I think it's really good, especially if a lot of gels don't work for you. I think the Ouidad gel would be a great one to add into your routine. So I think I'm going to put this in the some of the best category because I do think it is a really nice gel. I haven't repurchased it since I used up my small size just because I have so many other products. But the next one, this is kind of hard because it's so recent to me. It is the Rhyme and Reason Gel Serum. I tried this out in a vlog not long ago and I've talked about it a few times since then and I have really been enjoying it. It's a very, very lightweight gel. So I like to use it in conjunction with another styler that is doing more of the work. And then I'll add this in and I feel like it really helps to like smooth over frizz and it still gives me a little bit of hold and does kind of what a gel does, but it's just a very lightweight version. It almost does have a little bit of a serum-y texture. Very unique product. So I think this is going to go in the some of the best category, even though it is so recent to me. Wow, I'm surprised actually that that's where that's going, but I need to speed this up because this video is getting long. It always is in the beginning. Okay, next we have the Ouidad Volumizing Jelly. This may be the hardest product that I've had to categorize yet because I haven't used it in quite a while. It used to be one of my go-to products. I used it all the time. But in the last year or two, I've tried so many other products that I just reach for more than this one because I don't know if it's because I have tried a lot of other similar things and the reason I loved it back then is just because it was unique and different, or if I just haven't used it in too long and I need to just reach for it more. I'm not sure. I think I will put it in the good not special category. I'm actually very surprised that this is below the Ouidad one. Oh, wow, they're both Ouidad. Oh my gosh. The Heat and Humidity Gel is above this one. I'm kind of surprised about that, but I think it's because it does have better hold. And the Volumizing Jelly it's a versatile product, but it doesn't do quite as much, I feel like. So next we have the Rizo Curls Gel. They sent me some products and I have liked everything I've tried, but I will say with this gel, I haven't been wanting to really try it a ton. I did try it out like twice maybe, and I was kind of not quite sure how to feel about it because it does have a volumizing effect, but it doesn't have super strong hold. I feel like it is a little bit more volumizing even than the Ouidad Volumizing Jelly. I really need to try it more. And I don't feel like I have a very strong opinion on it. So kind of like the AG Recoil, where I'm just not quite sure if I could put it in the good category even because I haven't tried it enough. I did a first impressions review and I liked my results at the end, but I was kind of on the fence still about the gel. And then the second time I tried it, didn't blow me out of the water either. So I have to keep trying it, but I think for now I'm going to put it in the eh category because it's not the best gel I've tried based on like the first few times of trying it. All right, going up to the next row, we have the WED Curl Cream. I cannot remember the full name of this one, but it is from their Curl Shaper line. It comes in a tub, you know. This one I think I knew like pretty quickly because it came in a tub that it was going to be a really thick product, and it is. It's a very thick cream. The thing with these types of things is that if you have very curly, very coarse hair, I feel like it's the best for you because it is such a heavy product, and the only way I could use this in my hair is if I really watered it down, like used a teeny amount between my hands and then like ran my hands under the water. So on its own as a product, I just didn't like it for my personal hair. And like I said, if you have really coarse, really curly hair, you might love this. Honestly, same thing for the Shea Moisture Curl Smoothie. I also felt like this was just too much for my hair. This one was even a little bit more intense than the WED one. So if I had to pick between them, I'd say the WED would be a little better, but this one is more affordable if you have very curly, coarse hair. I just didn't like it for my hair, and I wouldn't recommend it if you have similar hair to mine. It's just a little heavy. So both of those are going in the did not like it category, a product that you guys probably also know where this is gonna go if you watch my channel. This is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Mousse. I've tried most of the things from the Curl Talk line. There's a few things I haven't, but I like most everything. I've tried a lot. I think it's a great affordable line that you can find at the drugstore. This mousse is definitely one of the top things from that line. That and the shampoo, two of like my favorite products, like go-tos, holy grails. So this Curl Talk Mousse is going in my all-time favorites. Then we have the Cake Mousse. This one is a lot heavier, or quite a bit heavier, I would say, than the Curl Talk Mousse. So because of that, a little goes a long way, and it does have good hold, but it's a little intense, a little heavy for my hair a lot of the time, so I don't grab for it a ton, but I still think it's a really good mousse that is affordable. I love Cake's packaging. The brand overall is just adorable, and I do think they have some good products. I wouldn't call this a holy grail, but I do think it is nice. I think this is going to go into the good not special category maybe, because for me it's not like a favorite, but it is a nice mousse. So I think we're going to put it in that category. And then next we have the Cantu Mousse. So this is labeled as a mousse, but it is, in my personal opinion, basically a foam, which the Curl Talk line actually also has a foam that I have, and it's very similar to this. Like, they're basically the same thing. I like them for very specific things, but they're not like a go-to product for me. I actually didn't include that other foam from the Curl Talk line in here because I wasn't really putting foams in here. I don't think they're like a main styler to me, but since this is labeled a mousse, I put it on the list because that's what they're marketing it as, but I don't really think it is. I think it's more of a foam. So I like it for what it does as a foam, but I think it's a little bit misleading that it's called a mousse. So I'm not sure if I should put it in the eh category or the good not special, because it's nice as a foam, but it's mislabeled in my opinion. And I feel like this good not special category is getting a little full. So I think I'm going to put it in eh, because I would probably reach for the Not Your Mother's one over this one. This other product here is also Cantu. It's their gel. I think it's called the Twist and Lock Gel. And it is the most interesting gel. It was the first gel I ever bought. Comes in a tub. It's a white paste, literally. Like, that's what it looks like. And it's not a bad product, but it is quite heavy, quite thick. I think it's better if you have very coarse hair. And it's something that I ended up decluttering because it wasn't something I was reaching for. And I don't think it's bad, but I also don't know that I'd recommend it unless, like I said, you have very curly, coarse hair. So I think I'm going to put it in the eh category. Both Cantu products are there, I guess, but I haven't found something from Cantu where I'm like, I love this. This is actually really good, you know? Then we have another gel, the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Gel. This is quite similar, in my opinion, to the Umberto Giannini Curl Jelly. It's going to go in the same category, some of the best, because I do think it is a really good gel that is affordable, and I have recommended it many times. I know not everyone loves it, but I think it's nice. I just realized that this entire category is gels. That's actually funny. I guess we have a lot of creams here then. So the last Curl Talk product we have here is the cream in the line, and this is another product I ended up decluttering because it was a little thick for my hair in a different way than the tub creams down here are, but still a little heavy. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm very on the fence, kind of, but I think I'm going to put it in the category because that's how I personally feel about it. But now that I'm really looking at these here and I have them more organized, I think I'm going to move that Cantu foam up to the Good Not Special category because like I said, I like it as a foam. I just wish it wasn't mislabeled, but the product itself, I don't dislike. So I think I am going to put that one up to Good Not Special. And then we have another cream here. This is the Verb Curl Cream, one of the first curl creams I ever tried. And back then I hadn't tried a ton of different things and I did like it, but to be honest, I do think there's better out there, especially for the fact that this is mid-range pricing. It's not super expensive, but it's also not really cheap. And I think there's more affordable ones out there that are better. So I'm going to put it in the category. Next, we have the Briogeo Curl Cream, another product that was one of the first things I tried. I've talked about this for years. If you watch my channel, I have over talked about it and rambled about it. It's my go-to curl cream. Something about the scent is nostalgic to me now because I've used it for years, and I just think it's a good, simple curl cream. You know, now that I've tried so many others, I can't say, oh, this is the best curl cream I've ever tried. It's above all the others, but it still holds a special place in my heart, and I think it's really good. So I am going to put it in my all-time favorites. Okay, and then we have the JVN Air Dry Cream. This one is going to go at the top as well because you guys know ever since I've gotten it, I have loved it, and it's like one of the best curl creams I've tried as well. It's going to go into the all-time favorites. That one is a great one and done styler if you just want something that you can use one product and you don't have to go in with a bunch of different ones, but you still get really nice results, and it has pretty good hold for a cream in my opinion. One that I would say is kind of similar to that, like an affordable dupe. It's still not as good in my opinion, but it's a nice curl cream, and I would almost say it's similar enough to the JVN one to be a dupe. I'm going to put this in some of the best because it's not like my holy grail, but it's still a really, really good cream, and probably the top one I'd recommend from the drugstore. I think that Hairitage brand has some really good products. And then lastly, we have the Rizos Curls Curl Cream. This is also going to go in some of the best because it has been climbing its way up there. I haven't had it and used it for long enough for it to be like a holy grail product, but it might end up there in the future because it is very nice. It is similar to the Briogeo one, but they, I think, are pretty much the same price, so it's not like a more affordable option really, but I think it's similar, and it's really good. So I guess that's it. Those are all the products. This is how they ended up being categorized. I think we did a pretty good job. They're actually pretty even. The second and third categories are at a tie, so that's kind of interesting. I guess there's not a lot in the did not like it category, but I knew that was going to happen. Now that I think of it though, there is one product that I could have put in here, the L'Oreal Curl Lotion, but I wasn't sure if that should be in a styler category because it is more of a lotion product, and it could also be more like a leave-in, but it could also be categorized as a curl cream. I just wasn't sure, so I didn't put it in here, and I kind of forgot about it, but if that was in here, it would be in the did not like it category. That was like a greasy mess, and that was like the only curl product I'd ever tried from L'Oreal. It was a big no-no, so I don't know if I can go back, but let me know if you've tried anything from them that you liked for your curly hair. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Take a screenshot if you feel like it. I think I am going to save this tier list to my computer just for the heck of it. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new. I do lots of wavy curly content, and I have all my social media and everything linked down below, which, speaking of, I'm going to have to add my Lemonade link down there because I just made an account. It's so much fun, you guys. Like, I'm really excited for this new social media platform, and I actually really hope it goes somewhere because it's like very creative. So I'll have that link down there with all my others, and thank you for watching. I will hopefully see you in my next one. Bye.